Welcome to my cooking channel. Well, it's not really a cooking channel, kind of, I guess, but I'm not very serious about it. One of my former exchange students, an exchange daughter of mine, was wanting to be able to make a quick meal and without a whole lot of money, right? Because that's what students are after, or not really a student anymore, but a young person. So one of the things that COVID taught me was how to make things quick and easy for lunches, because I'm working out of the house and I like to eat quality things. So no ramen for me. But what I do like is salmon. So one of the dishes that I make for lunch quickly is salmon. So I'm going to show you how it is that I do that. So one thing that Boy Scouts taught me was how to cook things in aluminum foil and make it work out well. It's less messy. It's easy to do. It helps keep things moist. So that's why I like to cook my salmon in tin foil. So I've got a good square of tin foil there. I have my piece of salmon. Generally what I do is I buy a slab, which is about $20 at the grocery store, and I cut it into pieces, individual meal-sized pieces, and then I freeze them. Well, I wrap them in plastic and then I freeze them separately. So I have a nice chunk of salmon there. I have some no-cook spray, I have some salt, I have some dill, and I have a little bit of white wine. The first thing that I do is I take my non-cook spray and I coat the tin foil with it. So what I've done is I've taken my nice little piece of salmon, I put a little bit of salt on it, a little bit of dill, and put it on one side of the tin foil. Now what I do now is I fold that tin foil over and I close up two sides of it. So I'm going to fold over these two sides, and that leaves the top open, and I pour the wine inside the top. So experience has taught me two things when it comes to the wine portion of this. One is that I'll never get things completely sealed so that the wine won't come out. I try and I try. However, I kind of bend things up so that when it lays flat, it doesn't seep out too much into the pan, because then it sticks to the pan, it gets baked on there, and it's a mess. So I pour some wine in here. You'll see I'm not going to put a whole lot, just a bit, just enough to keep things moist in there. And then I close the top up. And again, I kind of make it so that the wine doesn't really want to fall out, but it's dripping already. So, I didn't do a great job of sealing it this time. Not a big deal. So now I have my salmon in my tin foil, and I have my pan that I have coated down below. Let's make it work out. Okay, there we go. So there's my pan, there's my salmon. You see a little bit of wine has already come out of my package. Sorry, this is a little bit jerky. But I did coat the pan so the wine won't stick and make a mess. So now I let that cook for about 10 minutes. Salmon doesn't take a whole lot of time to cook, especially when it's sealed and it's kind of boiling in there with the wine. So that's pretty much how I do it. There's, it's not complex. I just have things set up and I have a routine there, and that's how I make salmon in tin foil. Piece of cake.